Alright, everybody. Here's 3 reasons why you should never say fuck your feelings and what you should do instead. Reason 1, every time you say that and push your feelings aside because you have a task to do, you're basically teaching your brain to ignore your own intuition and that your feelings don't actually matter. Over time, that's going to degrade your ability to recognize your feelings, and sometimes that can show up in critical moments when you're just doing what you think you should do, and it can really backfire. Number 2, you're actually just putting blinders up against the potential challenges that could get in the way of success. Right? Think of it as you have to do a workout. If you have to do a workout and you're tired, you can decide to do that workout anyway. You can maintain the discipline and go ahead and do that workout. However, your body's still tired. If you don't acknowledge that fact and own that fact, you're more likely to injure yourself, seriously hurt yourself. So, you're not actually doing yourself any service. You're much better off paying attention to those. Now, third reason, you're really not doing it anyway. Anytime somebody says, fuck your feelings, do it, what they're normally doing is they're just burying feelings with another feeling. They're just putting something on top of the emotional stack. You may be effing those feelings, but you're not making life any easier. You're not really solving any problems. So, what to do alternatively? Simple. Recognize your feelings. Own your feelings. Whether it's a mental state, whether it's a feeling. And yeah, should you do it anyway? Probably. It depends. There are times where you shouldn't. Right? If you're trying to do something highly cognitive and you have extreme brain fog, probably not the best time to do that task. Sometimes reality has other plans. But let's say you're going to do it anyway. You're better off acknowledging those challenges and acknowledging what you're feeling and incorporating that into what you're going to do. So you can create a more effective plan or adapt your psychology or mentality around those. In fact, that leads into the second thing. The second thing you can do is actually tap into the emotions that got you to want to do the thing in the first place. Right? We're going to wind back to say, let's work out, right? Sure, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm sore, I don't want to work out. But I picked that goal because I really wanted to get in better shape, and I know if I do the workout, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to be proud of myself. In fact, I'm going to be more proud of myself because I acknowledge that I'm tired and I'm not intrinsically motivated at the immediate moment because of the way I feel or my thought processes at the moment. But ultimately, you should never fuck your feelings, because your feelings are there to guide you and they're there to support you. The more you hide them, the more you bury them, the more you trail yourself to ignore them, the further you're going to get from living the life that you want.